Welcome back, Blue Raider Nation, to another season preview, but this time women's golf edition. And we have the head coach, Lauren Wamsley, here with us. Thanks for joining me, Coach.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So, again, I oftentimes with these, I have the coaches kind of explain their background. First, congratulations to your Indiana Hoosiers for winning.
Yes.
But explaining the background of where you came from, coaching maybe, because I know you were at one school for a long period of time, but before you came here and now how you ended up in the blue and white.
Yeah, definitely. So I've had kind of a fun career. I feel like I've moved further and further south, and I just kept getting warmer and warmer throughout my career. So I started with the Georgia PGA section in Atlanta, and that was awesome. It was a great experience. But from there, moved on to the University of South Florida. I was the assistant for about 2 years. And then after that, moved to Phoenix and was at GCU for 9 years, and then came here. So it's been good.
Well, now you're on your second year here at this golf program. But what was one thing that maybe you learned last year with this group that you want to kind of take into account this year, like into the transition as the season starts on Monday?
This group is one of the hardest working groups that I've been around. So it's truly something special to see because we have great resources, we have great facilities, and the girls just live there. We had practice today, and I got there, and they were all there. Already warmed up, already practicing. So they're truly special, and I think it's really, really going to show on the golf course this spring.
What was one focal point? It's amazing to hear that they are such hard workers and they're so dedicated. But with that dedication, what was one thing that you really wanted them to work on in this off season, in the fall, to prepare them for the spring?
Definitely. So the fall to me is a little bit harder because you're coming off of summer schedule. Yeah. So you're just in it, you're playing, you're just trying to kind of advance and survive type of thing. So over the winter break, I really challenged them to kind of just fine-tune their swing, make sure everything was clicking really well, work on some short game, which is a little tough for some because, the weather and stuff like that. Yeah. But they really did. They worked hard. We're going into the spring, and everybody's swing looks good. They're excited, so they worked hard.
Well, talking about the fall and how that went for you, I know I'm reading off, the last thing that you all did, the tournament was in the Bahamas, the White Sands Invitational, placing fourth, and then Isabella Johnson placed second. The second time she placed second during the fall. But kind of just walk me through what you were seeing in those tournaments and kind of what helped, again, prepare you for what you're going to experience in the spring.
The fall was good. I think we didn't show our true potential. Isabella played amazing. She had those 2 second-place finishes, and I think, she was really, really wanting a win. So I think we'll see something probably pretty special this spring. But, for the rest of the team, I think they just really needed to grind it out and just kind of get through that tough schedule that we had. It has to be one of the hardest schedules we played here at MTSU. So every single week going up against, some of the top players in the entire world, that kind of grinds on you and can kind of tear you down if you don't have your A game. So they persevered. They did what they needed to. So it was good. It was an overall good fall.
Isabella is, of course, a newcomer technically in the blue and white. She transferred here from Tennessee, even though she is a native, but of the area here. But then you also have Ginger and Anna who were welcomed into this roster. So what have you seen from those new faces that really have helped you just kind of figure out exactly what you're wanting from this team?
Energy. They have brought a lot of energy. If you ever get to talk to Ginger, she is just so fun, personable, very bubbly, and just loves to talk. So it's awesome. Isabella obviously is just dominant on the golf course, but again, very personable, loves to talk, loves to have a good time. One of the biggest, kind of not in a negative way, but biggest golf nerds that I've ever met. So if you want to ask her anything about golf, she'll tell you the answer right away. And then Anna, just the biggest sweetheart. Started off a little quiet, but now she's really kind of diving into the team, and she's hilarious, really good, fun personality. And they bring a lot to the golf course. Again, all three are very hard workers, and they just, they want to travel, they want to compete, and they want to win. So
now we're going to switch to the veterans because they have some leadership that we need on the course as well. First, we're going to talk about Abby Lee. She's entering her last season, I'm pretty sure, with this golf program, which is heartbreaking, but also sentimental, but it's, a bunch of emotions surrounding it. And with her, I know many people have seen so many accolades when it comes to her, not just on the course, but off. She was named NCAA Woman of the Year Top 30 honoree, which was a huge accomplishment. So when we're talking about the veterans and talking about the role that they play within this team, what do you see?
Leadership. The three incoming just watched and they saw those upperclassmen, what they did, how they did it, and just jumped right into it. So as a coach, it was awesome. I really didn't have to set a lot of kind of guidelines or rules or any of those kind of things. Abby and Ella, Jillian, Nicole, all of them, they just stepped in and they really guided them into the way that MTSU women's golf does what they need to do. So they're special. They're a good group. Again, a lot of personality, but they're so fun. And Abby's been a fantastic captain for us. And I don't know what we'll do without her next year, but we still have this whole spring, so we're going to live it up. But those upperclassmen, it's a good group. We're really lucky to have them.
Talking about the schedule, you all are opening it up in Jacksonville on Monday at the CBES Intercollegiate. But when we're looking more at the schedule, I know that you feel pretty confident in what lies ahead, especially for this team. So what can you kind of talk to us about when it comes to how you scheduled it, or what where your mindset is with everything that is about to unfold with this season?
Definitely. So in the fall, we had a lot of tournaments. Some were back-to-back, and again, very, very tough fields. So kind of coming into the spring, the fields are a little bit smaller, but still just as hard. So like when we go down to Florida, we'll see Duke, we'll see quite a few really good teams. So every tournament we go to, it's going to be a good test for us, but it can be very beneficial. Really worked well for Isabella this year. She jumped up the rankings, is having a phenomenal year. So for us, I do see us winning at least once or twice this spring. Hopefully going into conference, we do have that under our belt, and we can just go into conference and have fun and play our best golf, because that's what's gonna get it done.
Yep, I love the confidence. So last question is, what are you most ecstatic to see in this team and how they evolve?
They are so close. The team chemistry is just phenomenal. Every practice, every workout, just everything we do together, it's so fun. And as a coach, it just makes it enjoyable. I love to watch them, and there's no kind of cliques or anything within the team. Everybody has a great relationship with everyone. So to me, that's something that they did. As a coach, you can always wish for that. You can always push for it, but it truly takes the team to do it. And they did, and you can tell they love each other, and they work hard. They keep each other accountable. We just had a great goal-setting day, so they all, shared their deepest goals and got vulnerable with it. So they're awesome. That's probably my favorite part about this team.
Okay. It's exciting things to come. Well, thank you so much, Coach, for your time. I appreciate it. Again, they begin the season this weekend on Monday, actually, whenever they head to Jacksonville, praying for better weather as we enter this winter threat. But make sure that you are recognizing and you are seeing the talent that they have this season. And again, as always, let's go blue.